Hey there, friends. Good morning. It is August. I'm just getting set up to throw a little party because I've been here for a year. I have survived a year out here in the frontier. It's amazing. My first year. Lottery winner. Year one down. Woo! I got a little cake. I got some cheese. Got a grill set up here with some bread and some more cheese. It's kind of a small spread right now. I've invited a bunch of people who have helped me out in this past year. Everybody from Rachel, my mechanic, and Jenny over at the farmer's market to Leo and his parents, actually, because they also work on a farm and they're sort of curious to see what I've been up to out here. And Estelle at Ravenwood and my sponsor at the Board of Agriculture, Kate, and Paul from the Department of Public Works. They're all coming out and they're going to help me celebrate my first year here in the frontier. And they're all going to pitch in a little something, so it won't look quite so sparse when they get here. I got some nice little seats set up. It'll be fun. It's going to be a good time. I'm very excited. But before then, I've got work to do on the farm. You can kind of see across the way, I got my chicken coop set up. So once I harvest that sorghum field, let's just get over there. Once I harvest that sorghum field, then I will get that coop all ready to receive my chickens, which are coming later today. It's going to be a busy afternoon. And I did get the straw bales picked up in that field back there in the end of last month, and also I actually did manage to cultivate that back there. So that field is ready. I've got to harvest this. I believe the sorghum doesn't produce any straw. So I think after I harvest this, I can just cultivate it right away. And I would love to, next month in September, get going some wheat and barley in these two fields. So I can be ready to harvest them next summer. Apparently chickens also will eat the wheat and barley, and maybe I can get set up with a mill or something by then. I don't know. We'll see. There's a lot of big dreams, and I don't know what the timing looks like for any of them. So yeah, I've got a lot to do today. Let's hop in here and just get into a time lapse and get this harvesting done. We'll see y'all soon. This is truly bizarre. I just came to the truck to pick it up to take it out there to the harvester so that I can unload it again. It's only been sitting here for like 20 minutes. I moved it over here this morning to start harvesting. There's a note on this. This note says, "Loose lips ruin lives." And it's attached to a news clipping about somebody getting arrested for vandalism and destruction of property. I have no idea what this is about. There's no name of the person who was arrested. It says local resident, local man. I don't know what to do about this. Why? Hey, it's kind of weird that somebody just showed up on my farm and I didn't even notice. I was just sort of harvesting away. Why would someone leave a note here for me? Vandalism. You don't think this is about the graffiti I pointed out, do you? There's graffiti all over town. None of that graffiti talks about aliens. Oh, I don't know about you, but I have got chills now. I'm gonna have to figure out what to do about this. I have no idea. I guess I'm just gonna keep harvesting for now. Oh, hi. Frontier Security. Do you ever know how they're always around whenever I start talking about that graffiti? Or aliens? Interesting. Right, well, I'm just gonna keep harvesting because I have a lot to do today. I'll have to figure this out some other time. I guess let's get back to it. Okay, we are all done with the harvesting. I've got the rest of my sorghum all finished up, loaded into my trailer here. I'm gonna get this harvester header on the header trailer and take it back over to the dealer, drop it off so I don't get charged for more rental fees. This was not cheap to rent, but I really like it. I think if this harvester came up used, I would totally buy it. But I'm gonna have to buy whatever it is that comes up used because I don't have a lot of choice. Alright, so I'm gonna get this taken back to the shop. I'll get the sorghum here loaded into my chicken coop to feed my chickens when they arrive, and then put the rest of it in my silo. Sell it when the price gets a little better, and then I guess I'll get cultivating. I don't know whether the cultivating will start first or whether the chickens will show up first. We'll see what happens. I'll see you in a little bit. Alright, I'm over here at the shop. My workshop. My cultivator is in here. I did cultivate, like I said, the field that I harvested last month, but I damaged the cultivator. A couple of these tine thingies that dig through the ground and a couple in the back have like broken or bent really badly. I had this in here and I was talking to Rachel about it. It looks like these can be replaced. They're not welded on, so I think I need to get some replacement parts. Rachel has ordered them for me, and then I should be able to fix them up after I cultivate this other field. I would like to have done it first. I'm worried that it's not going to do as good of a job cultivating, but I guess sometimes you just have to make do with what you got. My chickens did arrive. Let's head over there and show you those. After I get this cultivator hooked up, we'll just take it over there and get going on that field afterward. I do like having the shop and being able to work on stuff. That makes a big difference. And Rachel has been super generous with her time, helping out, helping me learn what I need to know. We'll start at the back end of the field. We'll drive by the chickens and go say hi to my new chickies. Here they are. Hello, chickens. How are you? I didn't get a ton because I've never had chickens before. I don't really know how to take care of them. I've got this nice little silo thing, so I can just load their feed into there, and it automatically dispenses for them. And I was really torn about whether I should get chickens or any animals, because I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if there's actually something dangerous out here in the frontier, and it seems kind of irresponsible and maybe even unethical to have helpless little chickens out here. If there's something dangerous that could come and try to eat them or prey on them or whatever. Hey, chickie. So I got this building that they can sort of go into. Yeah, let's take you inside here. So they can just come in here, and there's this very small area that I think whatever was out in, that I heard, is not going to be able to get in there. It sounded really big. Whatever scared Phoenix off in January, I heard tromping around outside my tent. I don't think it could get in there. So if the chickens are smart enough to go in that building, then they'll be fine. I hope. That's sort of how I'm rationalizing this. Yeah, so I got 30, and they're just young chickens. So I don't know when they'll start producing eggs. And some of them have to grow up more before they can start breeding. But they will reproduce eventually, and I'll have more chickens. So yeah, I'm going. eventually, I spoke with Jenny, so they're gonna lay eggs for me. And when they get a little older and they don't lay eggs as often, then I can sell them and breed younger ones, and they will go become chicken meat in the city for somebody. So they're not really pets. They're food. Gotta get used to that. Okay, well, I'm gonna head back here to the back of my field and get cultivating. We'll get that going, another time lapse, and then I guess that will be all of my farm work to do this month. And I will get to have my party later. Super excited. Alright, I'll see you after this time lapse. Okay, that is it. We are all done. I am cultivated and ready for next month when I will get a seeder out here and get some seed into the ground. That's very exciting. So, if you remember, there were two conditions to me being a lottery winner. One was I had to get a crop in the ground by the end of the first year. I think I have more than exceeded that. I not only got a crop in the ground, I harvested it before the end of the first year. So I totally hit that milestone. The other milestone is I need to stay out here for 2 years. So I'm halfway there. I'm feeling good about it. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna have to get this back in the shop and get those prongs fixed. I don't know. I must have hit something in the field when I was cultivating to break those things. Those are not trivial. Yeah, so another year out here and the lottery terms will be complete, and then all this will be mine for reals. Like, no chance of it going anywhere unless I sell it or choose to do something with it. So that's really exciting. One other bit of news I forgot to mention. When I was over at the shop taking back the harvester, I got a little bit of a heads up. Rachel is actually at the shop today, doing just work. And Dan's suspension is not a suspension anymore. Dan is permanently... Everything's still looking good. Yep. Nothing is even out here to bother this. I can just leave this food sitting out. It's ridiculous. Dan's fired, not suspended anymore. And the criminal investigation, I don't think it's done entirely, but it has gone far enough that Dan has been arrested. So Dan, as far as I know, is in police custody. I don't know if there is going to be bail, and if it is, what they would set the bail at. I don't really know anything about criminal proceedings, so that's just surprising to me. Like, I thought my issues with Dan were personal issues, not Dan was actually doing criminal activity. So, yeah, unexpected resolution to that. I did invite Eddie to my party today. I haven't been working with him for the whole year, but I've been working with him for several months off and on, and more recently since Dan got suspended. And I really like Eddie. He's a good guy. So I think we're going to get on much better than Dan and I did. And I've been thinking more about that note that I got earlier, which is just weird. The newspaper clipping was in the Farm Belt Bulletin, the FBB, which is primarily concerned with the news outside of the city proper. So all over the Farm Belt. And the way it said local man, local resident, makes me think whoever got arrested was a resident of the Farm Belt somewhere, which I guess makes sense because the places where I've seen that graffiti are in the Farm Belt. It was behind the bowling alley and behind that other building I'm not going to name right now. Assuming this is related to that graffiti, which I don't know, but it said vandalism, and I have a feeling. Just the way I always see Frontier Security when I'm talking about that stuff, and the fact that this isn't something people in the city talk about ever? I don't know. I think there's something going on more than I realize. So I'm going to try to figure out who was arrested. Maybe I can talk to somebody about what happened, get confirmation that it was because of that graffiti and not some other vandalism or whatever. I also don't know why anybody would leave that note for me. What was the point? What am I supposed to be doing about it? Should I not be talking about this stuff in my videos? I mean, these are public videos. And I do know that at least some people in Frontier Security watch them, because I've heard things about things I've said. Well, this is a conundrum. I will be having a think about all of this. But for now, I think I'm going to call this here for August. I'm going to go inside and get cleaned up. I am very sweaty and gross after working. Still love my little house. Very small and simple, but you know what? It does the trick. Yeah, and I'm going to get ready to throw my party later. And I will see you next month when I do some planting. Ta-ta for now.